Hello everybody, it's Rexanna, and I am sitting here in my office for a change, and I'm just kicked back here in my office. I am shooting this video for everybody because it's been kind of a requested video that I do. I almost went live tonight, and I just said, no, I'm not ready to go live. I really want to go live. I think my next video that I do, I will go live. I don't know how to go live and then put all the stuff in. That's my only, I don't know how to go live and then put all the stuff in. So I just have a little learning curve on going live. But anyway, the topic tonight, the reason that I'm wanting to talk to everybody is some people have requested I make tinctures and I blend teas. I'm an herbalist, and a lot of people have asked, they've commented, and they've also I do things for people here in my community, and I think if you are a true herbalist, you will try to reach out to your community as well. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to teach a lot of people about stragglers. Well, I'm sorry, about their immune system. You know, how to, if you'll look back in my videos, the first line of defense that we can do for all of us, our kids, and our whole family, moms, dads, grandparents, and I cover all that. And that's me too. I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a grandparent, I'm everything. And for all of us, you know, we need to really walk out the steps to try to take care of ourselves. And yes, I know what I just said. I said I'm a mom and I'm a dad. And many times moms have to walk in both roles. But anyway, like so many of us were thinking, you know, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. You know, in our minds, we're thinking, what herbs and what vitamins do I need to take? And sometimes it can be overwhelming. So I know that some people have been saying, you know, what can I take overall to really help me with my immune system? And it can be overwhelming to what we can take. So I kind of was going down a list in my mind, and sometimes when I wake up in the morning and I'm trying to get awake and I think, the list sometimes can be growing, and then you think, I don't want to take all that stuff. So for our first line of defense in strengthening, and I always talk, you know, I hear people say, boost your immune system. What can I take to boost my immune system? And I'm thinking, not everybody can take stuff to boost their immune system, because realistically, you know, I've been one of those people who I can't take something to boost my immune system because I have had a slight, not a major one, but I've had some stuff. The last couple of years, I found out that I had an autoimmune disorder, and it kind of rocked my world because I had it for a couple of years and nobody even told me. They had kind of put it on my chart when I went to get a regular checkup, and I guess they just didn't tell me. And I guess they thought because of my knowledge and my background that I should know, or I would have known, or somebody just didn't tell me. And then when I got sick, really sick, and I went to get my lab work done, she said, well, it's because of your autoimmune disorder, Rexanna. And I said, what autoimmune disorder? She goes, well, did the doctor tell you? And I said, no, nobody told me. Well, one thing led to another. And then I had some other testing done by another doctor. And I was really, really sick. And some other stuff happened I won't go into, but yeah, I got really sick. I was like, OMG. And I was praying and using essential oils and using other herbs to really help me. And before I knew it, I was, losing time from work. And then I got sicker and I got other stuff happening to me. And I was like, wait a minute, what happened? But sometimes, that stuff happens. So your immune system cannot be stimulated, or it cannot be boosted at certain times if you have an autoimmune disorder or an autoimmune problem. I'll just put it that way, because sometimes you have some things, imbalances, your body is not going well with you, and I did not have what I was claiming for myself at that time. I did not have a disease. I just had a problem. And with me, my other doctor, my alternative doctor, he was a naturopath, and then my physician, my great physician, who my higher power is my creator, who I call my Yahweh, my Elohim, my Yeshua, my everything. He's the creator of the universe. But we all, as a collective team, and some other wonderful people around me that were praying for me, with the correct herbs, the right frequency, therapeutics, and I do believe that we all have a frequency within our body. But without going into a long story, everything worked together. My body started coming together, and it's still healing. But with that, what I'm about to talk about is astragalus. I used very little bit of astragalus. I used a lot of other different herbs, and that was nutritional herbs that were everything that I did. I checked and made sure it was okay. My body was very sensitive to everything at that time, and I had to just go slow. I had to go very slow, and some things, were not, and it just went like this, and just it slowly started healing. But it was very slow, and everything was very sensitive, and things were not all like this. It was just like this, and it just kind of had to fit back in there. Now my body is kind of starting to feel like it's getting back into balance. Some things are kind of off a little bit, but not like they were. So I say all that because my immune system had to be, your immune system has to be working really hard. And if your immune system is off in any way, your immune system is fighting so hard for you all the time. So I say all that because, sometimes you may not realize it, but you say, I want something to help me. Sometimes not taking something or taking just a tiny bit of something might be better than, you just need to check with somebody too. And going very slow, or not doing anything at all, and just eating the right foods, or not eating other foods that might be interfering with your healing. And I know I say all this and you're thinking, what is she talking about? Well, just put your antenna out. Let me just kind of go. We're talking about astragalus, but I don't want you to take it if you have certain conditions. And I'm going to go down my outline. if you have had a transplant, okay, I don't want you to take this. If you've had any major surgeries that have interfered with any major organs, I don't want you to take this, okay? If you're pregnant or you're nursing, I don't want you to take this. If you, if you have had a major, like if you have had lupus, or if you're a type 1 diabetic, I don't want you to take this. If you have any major diseases, like, I don't know, something that's major, and you're taking major amounts of medication, you should probably go to your doctor, and you should probably say, you know, can I take this? He's probably going to tell you no. Because in the Western world, we just have started to do a little bit of research on this, and they're still so skeptical about this herb. This, I'm going to just tell you, this is a fantastic herb. I'm an herbalist, and this is a strengthening herb. But for somebody who has a lot of different issues and has a lot of different complications and problems, they're probably going to tell you no, because they don't want to take any chances of counter interactions with medications. And it's just best that you play it safe. So if you do have those types of issues, and if you're a small child, and say you have small children are still growing, small children are probably, is safe for them not to take it, because of the fact that it could boost their immune system and cause something to go wrong with their immune system. When it's safe for children, they should not. No, they should not. And you know, would I give it to my child? It just depends on what is going on with my child. And so it's regarded as a food in Chinese. And we're going to go over some of that in just a minute. But it's an Asian plant. It's a Chinese plant. Like they call it hung chi. And I hope I said that right. Which just means it's life energy. It's got a yellow root on it. So that's kind of, and I'm going to show y'all, I've got a tincture going on. This is the yellow root. And I've got it tincturing. It's probably got, let's see, it's probably got, it's probably got 2 more weeks going. It's been in there for 2 weeks. Now that was clear, and this will be quite a bit of a tincture. This is a root extract, and I'll show you what it looks like in the, this is the dry, so it is kind of a yellow. And this is a fresh root. I got this, it's Astragals, Astragals Root. And now I've got this in a plastic bag, and I keep it in my container over there. But I will take it out of this plastic bag and put it in a glass container that I have on my shelf over here. But I've just barely got this. It does smell good. I like the smell of it. It's not real sweet, but not real, it's not bitter. It doesn't have a bad taste to it. But those are some of the precautionary, it's I don't know if I said this, I can't remember already. If it was, I think it is, I did say it was an adaptogen. Adaptogens are generally regarded as safe. And it's in the same family as ashwagandha. Ashwagandha in the last 2 to 3 years have been super popular because a lot of people, they just want their immune system strengthened. over all of the other stuff. It's a lot of people in other countries, they really they love these. I'm going to talk about the top 8 real quick. That's ashwagandha, boneset, echinacea, astragalus, erythro, red root, reishi, and that's a mushroom. And I'll be talking about reishi coming up soon as well. And rhodiola. Rhodiola, I take it and I love it. It gives you energy. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But let's go back to, those are like the top 8 herbs that are very good to help you with a variety of things. But astragalus is very good. Like, it's a perennial plant. It's a pretty plant. I got what I thought was astragalus, and it was not astragalus, so I'll be getting it soon. You can start it indoors, and I would get probably a couple of them. But it's a very, very good plant to have. And like I said, I got it and found out it was not the right one. But I do have a nice plant. It is, let's see here. The root is primarily what is used. They talk about the root they use as a tone depressor. It comes in long sheaths, but you can get it that way. But I got it this way because if I got it that way, I was just going to have to get it, put it in my coffee grinder, and grind it up. So I got it this way because you can get it either way. I got it this way because I thought that's just going to save me a step. And there's several places that you can get it. You can get it from your local farm. You'll probably be right by somebody that there are small farms all around up north. I got this one from Pacific Botanicals, and they are a really fast-growing farm. If it's out of season, they will let you know that it's out of season because they do try to grow things by season. And I just happened to get a pound of it by season. And they have been very upcoming. They're really good. They're really fresh. So that's one place that I know. But the tongue depressor type, you can use that over and over again, and you can put it in soups, stews, broths, and then take it out, dry it, and use it again. A lot of people like to use it that way. Then you don't have to go fishing out the type that I have. I have the type that's going to make medicine. Okay, let's go on to a few properties. I love going over what it's going to do for you. I like to go over the safety precautions of it first so that you can know, there's people out there that I'm sure that think, well, I'm going to take it. And those are the people that, they raise their hand first because they think, well, I need to take this, right? And not everybody should run and take it, right? Okay, so like if you do have some blood pressure issues and you may want to take it, it will protect your heart. It will level out some triglycerides if you are thinking that way. I always try to protect my heart. I don't have any issues or anything like that. It does help with free radical damage. It does help with colds and flus. That's why I like to talk about it. I like to use it for colds and flus, and I do use it in my cold and flu playlist here on YouTube, because of the fact that I know a lot of people who make elderberry syrup, and I don't care that people copy me, but I know I had a recipe and it came out, and I thought to myself, I was just finding out about it, Astragals. But for me, I wasn't really around a lot of people, but my husband was around a lot of people, and so I added just a little bit of Astragals to the elderberry syrup, and to my surprise, it was really safeguarding us, all of us, because I wasn't going to make 2 separate batches, but it seemed to really help our strengthen our immune system. And when I had taken that first elderberry syrup, it just seemed like, I don't know, I mean, it was okay, but it seemed like when I had added the Astragals to the second batch, the second year, I was like, wow, this is great. And you have to take it a little bit. You can't just take it like overnight and you feel the difference. But then I started doing more reading and doing more research on it and finding out. And so it was then like some supplements, and I've seen here and there and here and there. And just every year after that, I started seeing other herbalists and other doctors even, and other people just in general. And I thought, well, I'm going to start doing more research on it. So that's what I did. So I started adding it to other things. And so this book that I got did some talking about how it goes on, your antioxidant, free radical. I mean, it's good for your memory. It's good for helping with the colds and flus. One thing that I really wanted to talk about is how it can help you, like if somebody like me, where I got onto it, I didn't find this out until later, with your asthma. And I am somebody who, I'm doing great with my asthma now. I don't even claim that I have it, but it helps with asthma. So I was like really excited about that. So like it talks about, if you can drink this as a tea, okay, like 2 to 3 ounces. You could put it in you can have 2 or 3 cups of this a day. If you don't want to do it in a tincture, if you don't want to do this any other way, but just it's a great tonic, which means you can put it like in one of these. This is like a quart jar, and so this is like, what is this, 8 ounces? Or no, I'm sorry, this is well, I forgot how many cups. This is 2, 1, 2. This is 24 ounces, right? I think this is 24 ounces. And that's 16. I think this is 24 ounces. So you can have 2 to 3 cups, but you could like soak this in your refrigerator overnight after you get it off from boiling it. And then you can just have 2 to 3 cups a day. You could leave your herbs in the bottom, or you could just drain your herbs off, save your herbs, and reuse your herbs, because it's a root. So I wouldn't throw my herbs out after just one use. I would reuse my herbs. It'd be weaker, but it would still be of good use. That's what I would do. Okay. And when you're making a tea, and with roots, you know, you can put honey with it and it'll make it even better. And I would add water too because it would be kind of strong. Okay, anyway, my computer keeps coming on. It says, oh, how to do, I'm going to skip over some of that. And it says, like, if you have, if you get a rash or anything like that, then you might have too much of it in your system, so you might want to lay off of it. Yeah, like, it has a lot of potassium in it. It has magnesium, iron. It has lots of good, really good things about it. Let's see. There's really so much to go over. I just really wanted to talk about it. Like, for me, like, if you are just going over, it helps in your brain, like, to protect your brain from you losing your the antioxidant. Like, it helps prevent you from getting senility. So that's why I'm really big. Anything that helps you with your brain, anything that helps you from losing your memory. I mean, I'm all for that. I mean, anything that's it's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antiviral, it's an antibacterial. It helps with herpes. I just remember that. Talking about the brain. It has been known in clinical studies, not here in the United States. I'm sure they're studying it, but I don't know that they've put it out yet. It's helped with herpes. I mean, that's really big. That's a big one. I'm going to go over a couple of things with you. The liver and hepatitis, liver disease. It goes over all that in this book. This book is right here in the United States. Anyway, if you can get your immune system to work right, if you can get your immune system to be really high, in you're doing good, because it'll fight off all these diseases that try to come against you. Okay, there's a broth, and it's really a good broth. You get, like, let me go over the rice first, because the rice is really easy. You get 1.5 ounces of sliced astragalus, which is like nothing. And then you get 4 cups of water. It says, or whatever's needed. And I think about 4 cups of water is okay, because then you're going to get 2 cups of brown rice. And that's it, okay? So you get your astragalus, your water, and your rice. And this is called immune enhancing rice. And this is what I was talking to you about, it's called tongue suppressant length slices of the astragalus, okay? And if you couldn't get that, this is what I would do. I would just get me a sack, either the anything that's the I'm trying to think of that, tea bags, or the things that I like, a little sock full of this, and that's what I would use. And I just put it in there. You know, you have that stuff that you drain. I'm trying to think of the name of it. My mind just went blank. The white mesh stuff. That's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, I'm sure somebody out there is saying, oh, it's this. And I'm just like, my mind went blank. But anyway, you strain your herbs through it. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you add the astragalus to the water. You bring the water and you simmer it, cover it for 2 hours. You remove the heat and let it stand overnight. You remove the astragalus, add enough water to bring the broth volume back up for 4 cups. Rice, bring to a boil, then reduce the heat, simmer, cover until the rice is done. Approximately an hour later, use the rice as you would any rice and as the base for the meals throughout the week. And I mean, that's what it's all about, is you're using that astragalus as your herb and you're getting all the medicinal properties out of it. And then you're having and I'm sure you could add vegetables to that. But to me, that's why you're leaving it there overnight, to get all that goodness out of there. But anyway, the broth, I mean, this is the book. I refer to this book a lot. It's by Stephen Brunner, and I'll leave it up there for a minute. A lot of people, this is for the drug resistant bacteria, the drug resistant. These are natural alternatives, and I have the other book like this for the antivirals. He has another book like this, and this is just about astragalus. Okay, now we go on to Boneset, but I'm not going to go on to Boneset. I'm just going to try to end this video and just basically just tell you, you know, about this I believe to be safe. I believe, because I take it, I've taken it in the capsule form. I've taken it I've taken it since 2000, and I took it toward the end of the year on 1999 without even knowing that I took it, and that was through the advice of a doctor. And then when I really found out what I was doing, and I didn't know what I was doing because it was through the advice of my doctor, I said, well, okay. And then when I realized what I was taking and then started doing study on it, was really in the year of 2000. And I think everybody knows what was going on in the year 2000. But when I started finding out why I was taking it, and under the advice of not just one doctor, but a medical doctor who's not just a medical doctor, but he studies herbs, and he's a little bit of he's on an MD, he's a DO, and then another doctor who's the naturopath doctor. And then I started going all through this, and you know, at that same time I'm an herbalist, but I just didn't know the extent of this herb. Now I learn every day. I never quit learning, but there's just so much to learn. There's so much to learn, and they really are doing more and more research on it. They have not even started to do the type of research that they need to do. And now in China they do. They have lots of research, and they use it all the time, and they consider it a very safe herb. And same for ashwagandha and a lot of other herbs. They use them every day. And this is, in my book, in the way I see it and regard it as a safe herb. And I use it for my family, and we use it all the time. And I know a lot of other people that use it and think it and regard it as a safe herb. But there is some precautions that you do need to take. And I would, if I was in that type of situation, I would use some safety precautions if I had some that I just read off earlier. And I would just do that with any herb. I've had to use safety precautions with echinacea. Echinacea is an herb that, you know, echinacea and ashwagandha are in two different categories, because you can't use ashwagandha like you can use, you can't use astragalus like you can use echinacea. Echinacea can be used for short periods of time. You can take astragalus for a little bit longer, probably up to 4 months, and then get off of it for about a week, and then you can probably go back to astragalus for a little bit longer. But you can't do that with echinacea. Echinacea you could probably only use for, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks, and then you need to get off of it. And that's if you really have to use it. I always tell people don't use it more than 2 weeks. But if it was really a bad situation where you were really, really, really sick, I would, to push the limits, 3 to 4 weeks at the most, because echinacea is a very powerful antibiotic. It's an all-natural antibiotic, but you should not overuse that herb. That herb is powerful, but it's not only powerful, but it can not be that effective if you continue to use it. You need to get off of it. So anyway, we won't go into echinacea right now, will we? But there's a lot of safety precautions that we do need to use with our herbs. And not only the safety precautions, but we don't need to overuse our herbs, because our herbs are supposed to be there for us. And if we overuse our herbs will not be there for us, and they could have the potentiality to harm us. Just like any medication that's out there, if you overuse medications, medications can harm you. And I'm not trying to say that medication and herbs are the same, because they are totally different. But I'm just trying to put that in the back of your mind. We always want to use safety, and we always want to be cautious about what we're doing. And I want to just say this in my closing. I am not a doctor. This is for educational purposes only. This was requested by some of my followers, my viewers, my subscribers. And so I like to get this content out so people have that education, and so people can understand what herbs are about and how to safely take them, how to safely use them. And again, I am not a doctor. If you are sick, I do urge you to make an appointment with your doctor and go talk to your doctor, because there is a time and a place for allopathic medicine, and there is always a time for to call your herbalist and to make an appointment with your herbalist. I'm always available, and so just give me a call, okay? And thank you guys. I really want to also tell y'all that there's been so many kind people comment on my YouTube channel, and really just my YouTube channel is growing, and I really want to thank y'all so much for everything that everybody has been saying, and giving me the kind thumbs up, and just all that kind of stuff. I just didn't want to say, not say anything, because everybody's been so kind. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give this a closing, and hopefully next time I'll go live, and I'll be able to put the chat on, and we'll be able to chat. And I'm throwing that out there as a hint. So when y'all see me go live, y'all can jump on here. Maybe I'll do some evening ones, and y'all can chat with me. But for now, y'all give this a thumbs up and a like and a share. And if y'all see me go live, y'all jump on here and ask some questions, okay? And I will see you in the next video, and maybe we can do some talking, okay? And this is Rexanna for now, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, Bye for now.